Welcome back, welcome to Can't Catch a Break. I am DJ and Dr. Charlene Johnson. We can't catch a break. I am DJ.
Sweet, I'm so tired you see me this way. I'm sick and then sweet, I'm so tired sweet, I'm so tired you see me this way. And from human see me this way. Sweet, I'm so tired sweet, I'm so tired you see me this way.
Hey guys, I have three questions for you today.
Sweet, I'm so tired
Are you
sweet, I'm so tired you see me this way. See me this way. Sweet, I'm so tired sweet, I'm so tired you see me this way.
Welcome back, welcome to Can't Catch a Break. I am DJ and Dr. Charlene Johnson. I want to thank you all for listening to Can't Catch a Break on this Monday, February 17th, 2025. Thank you all for taking out your busy schedules. Those is first time listening, thank you. Or something you want to listen, I guarantee you enjoy it. Here we talk about issues. We talk on these episode about things that are affecting us as people. Not to be judgmental, critical, or talk about anybody, but it's the fact is what we're gonna do as a people, no matter what race, color you are, what you gonna do as a people to help one another in these difficult times we're living in. As we see this year, it's a big change in employment. Many federal workers are losing their jobs. And, people livelihood when it comes to income is getting taken away. And it should affect people. It should, to a point where they go out and protest about it, sign petitions, call your legislator, call your congressman, call your senator, let them know, hey, we voted for you, to better the people. The people supposed to be taken care of, not the politicians, not the big governments where they have call itself over the rule of law. And that's what we've been seeing. I know the churches is also, they want to talk about it. Some of them do, some of them don't. But we live here in this earth. We live here. And in the Bible, Jesus also dealt with, as a Christian, dealt with Sadducees and Pharisees in a manner when it came to money, the tax collector, Matthew, different issues. So now we're seeing a change. Well, first of all, I want to say is please subscribe. Tell us what you think. Poll us, Poll. Tell us. I want to hear from you. Now, I talk to many people, family and friends, loved ones. We have talking to so many people about what's going on. And we have to pray, first of all, as Christians. We need to pray for America, one nation under God. We see what the things are taking place. We see how it's affecting many lives. And it's like, why do you vote politicians in office? Just for them to make their seven figures and get their good benefits, while the fellow workers and those voters that voted for them get left out, all because of mindset of a person, one person that's in charge, uh, the commander in chief, because of his vengeful tactics of getting back from the Department of Justice and other avenues. He's gonna go down. We're seeing. And I know people don't want to talk about it, but it's real. It's reality. Yeah, we got to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Yeah, and we live here. You know about your grandchildren. Those are young teenagers going to grow up, could have education cuts, things like that. It'd be hard for kids to go to school, children with disabilities and stuff. But yeah, they want to control it. Where they bring billionaires in, shake hands with the billionaires, okay, while they get tax breaks, and while the people with middle class, get left out. All the poor children. Yeah, I'm telling you, we're right now in a society right now that greed has stuck his head up real big, and a lot of divide in the nation. a nation of immigrants when you look at what's happening right now. We better pray. I say this because it's important. That only God can change. For those that don't believe in God, I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying here. We're not trying here to put our religion on you. Or we just, when we read in our Bible, we know there's a God. And for those that are listening on these many platforms, there's conversations about this. And the people need to stand up. The people need to stand up. Need to, hey, you know what? You vote that politician in your local government, state, federal. You know what? Call them. Call them every day till the phone rings off the hook. Yes. See, let them know. And you see, let them know from, I mean, if any Republican or Democrats not doing their job for the people when it comes to helping people and the voters, then guess what? Um, they shouldn't be in office. If they only sitting back being in office for 20, 30 years, collecting the salary, but you don't see no changes, then they don't need to be in office. And that's what we're seeing right now. Yeah, the people voted Donald Trump in. Yes, they did. It wasn't God. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, because God is not a mess up. God wouldn't have people scrambling for their jobs and education and things, the necessities, being cut off from the FBI and going after people. That's not God's plan. Okay, we don't know God's plan, but we know in the Bible that God wants us to live a quiet and peaceful life, a happy life. Okay, He don't want us to be confused as a people. Okay, and that's what we're seeing right now, a nation in divide. Now, we know that the law is for the lawless, and then you break the law, guess what? The law comes after you. In this case, we're seeing there's a lot of quid pro quos. There's a lot of things been taking place, in New York, or when you see the Southern District of New York, you see down, even down to the White House, even to our U.S. senators who have a lot of the older guys you see up there who are not listening to the voters, not listening to the people, who are just going off on a person that's really just in there, just making America bad when it comes to finances and structures. When you look at society right now, you see look at it. That's when I hear preachers on TV talking. Some you hear right now from in Atlanta and all over, the ones that's talking and about boycotting. They have a reason to. They have a reason to. Then Black History Month, and see, I mean, hey, it's like, are we recognized? Are and our other nationalities are recognized here? No, you can tell. Look at what's going around you and see. You have to. What I do and what we do is we see things, we hear things, we witness it. We just don't assume anything. We just know, because we witness it on your news media outlets, and we get the facts. We study, we do research. So when you come on here, I guarantee you that that we do research. We find out what's going on. We just don't, like I say stuff because we want to be right. And I think, and right now we see where America right now is in a turmoil right now. You know, they gonna get people gonna get put in jail because they talk about first constitutional right amendments, that you right to freedom of speech, religion, press, and that they gonna get thrown in jail for that. We seen it now. Um, it's it's even people now gonna try to call right wrong, run the wrong right, when you see that people is in jails, like when it comes to politicians letting out people that are they committed crime and they letting them out of jail. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The rule of law. So it makes this country weaker. It makes even the violent offenders, those that committed crime, looks at your local law enforcement, your state officers, those as weak, because it starts at the top. And if the top is breaking the law, the rule, it's unconstitutional, then what you think is going to happen in your local cities? But we better pray. We better pray because yes, we're gonna see a lot of things take place here on this earth. But we know this world for the end anyway. So, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to scare anybody, but this is the way man is uh, doing right now, and what they think they're doing good, but they're actually causing chaos in people's lives. That's what they're doing right now, hurting people's lives. Disability. How about those kids with disability? Yeah, okay, education. Now you're having somebody that wants to be a part Department of Education, and you see right now the questions and stuff they're asking about this person, and all of a sudden this person can't give you a direct answer about until they let's check with the president. But that's the thing is all these nominees that when you look at Tulsi Gabbard, when you look at Cash Patel, you look at those Health Kennedy, you look at those that's been nominated, Rubio, Marco Rubio, Secretary of State. And they look at him also. I mean, he said he's have always been like that. Him, he's always been like. You see when he ran the election, against Trump, him and Cruz, Senator Cruz ran. How they was at with Donald Trump, they stood up to him. But now they are not. They're being his, they're being. I mean, whatever he says, that's their God to him. That's their God. And for all the people that voted for Trump in office, you know, I look at this. You know, he's a businessman, and he's a businessman. And so when you look at his history and things of that nature, I mean, any president of me, they get impeached twice from Congress. Okay, found guilty in a court of law, innocent to proven guilty in a court of law, has a felon, but yet somehow he says he's going to make America great. America has always been great. We're one nation under God. God is bigger, greater, better all times. It's not man in charge, it's God in charge. Like I say, I'm not trying to force my religion on no one. So I'm saying from a Christian's point of view because I like to tell the truth, y'all. And I think if you're a senator or congressman and you can't do your job, and you just get a salary there, getting paid, then you need to move away instead of helping the people. That's what we're in right now. I know DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, and there's a lot of things going on, and you see it's like some people they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. The officials that y'all let in office on the Republican side. See, there was one time you had good Republicans. You still have some, okay, but there's some right now is just setting their own way. They've been in office so long, and they will do whatever someone says that they fear. When you see the Republican side, they fearful. But you back then, you when we had George Bush and Reagan, them was real Republicans. Yeah, but now, mm-mm, this party here, they are just out of touch with reality when it comes to people's lives. hmm They like get back. I'm getting back. No laws gonna be passed. No laws going to be passed with them. They're only waiting for Trump approval. They say, did he care about the people? But thank God for God. He's the one that cares for everybody, loves everybody, and don't have no respect for person. Yes, he doesn't. I say to say this. Yes, we are in a time now where people have to face reality that, like the late, Maya Angelou said, when a person tell you something, believe them. And ever since then, I'm like, I believe Trump, when Trump was running for election, he was just talking about what he's going to do, what he's going to do to the, when it comes to cutting and all that. But when it came to the food prices, he have not done nothing with the eggs. Eggs are like $7 for a dozen. Yeah, it is ridiculous. He haven't done anything. Only thing he's doing is uh, we looking at people data going to their accounts and the Treasury Department. He got 19-year-olds and you know students going in there looking at people's personal information and you know saying only one standing up is against Congress, the Democrats, and the Senate and Democrats, and the Independents. But when you got uh, Republicans that's letting it go on, people, America spoke. Yeah, they spoke because they wanted change, but they didn't want the rule of law to be taken advantage of. What we're seeing right now, it's being taken advantage of, and we got a Supreme Court just sitting back. So when they go to before the Supreme Court and have these things brought before the Supreme Court, what will they do? What will the Supreme Court do? Are they going to side with Donald Trump, or are they going to side with what's right by the law, the rule of law, and our Constitution? See, those things you got to look at. Yeah. And that's what's going on right now in America. You got states attorneys from all over suing the federal government right now. You got FBI's been suing. You know, you got a FBI one just confirmed to the Senate that wrote books about the Capitol. Insurrection. So, and he's just like Pam Bundy, Attorney General. When you look at them, I listened to them on the news, and the first thing they came out with the questions were asked about if you have a job to do, and it's something you got to do, and then you get someone that says to you, "I want you not to do it." Would you obey it? Would you not? Would you not obey that person? They couldn't even give a direct answer. But yet we had some senators in there, Lindsey Graham, Chuck Grassley, all these senators in there, and you have three of them that, when it came to Mitch McConnell, Lisa Murkowski, and Collins, they stood up to them because they didn't. They know they for their Constitution. So I mean, but you got the other 47 or 46 Republicans in there who is not standing up for the voters. Yeah, for real. And you see the churches, they're some of them are standing up, and some of them ain't. But what we gonna see? I believe this weather here. When we look at this weather here, what's going on through the nation, I believe God is trying to get people, trying to get the people attention here. I mean, and because it can be bigger, it can be worse, but because it's mercy, the things that happen, not because of no Mother Nature. There's no such thing as Mother Nature. There's a God who controls the elements, who makes that, who made the sun, stars, the moon, the wind, the fire. He controls all that. So when people, I guess I'm just saying this from a Christian big point. I want y'all to understand that we in these times where man have always, so I mean not always, but have down in the past had a lot of pride, arrogance, and see that's the thing God doesn't like, y'all. Arrogance, pride. Okay, He don't like that, especially if He's a jealous God too. Yeah, He is. He's a jealous God. Thou shalt not have little gods before me. Yeah. So when people put man up like that, then you better watch out. Yeah. And see, God's mercy is on the people right now, all of us. His mercy are on all of us right now. But when he remove His mercy, then then you know. So all the families that are going through, with their cuts being laid off, buyouts from a president who don't care nothing about nobody but himself, who says he's saving trillions of dollars. That's not true. We have a $36 trillion debt. Okay, but yet He ever came up with a plan on how to reduce it only by um, going in there, people files, freezing programs, uh, buying out workers, workers taking a buyout, cutting federal programs, education. Who cut the U.S. Department of Education? Huh? Why would you do that? Private schools, I mean, it's a mess, y'all. And the federal workers, yeah, I think y'all should sign the petitions, call y'all congressperson, let them know that, hey, you didn't fight for me. You didn't stand up, so I can't vote for you. Okay, Republican or Democrat, I can't vote for you. You let the Department of Education close down, and now my kid with a disability, you know, they left without. They don't have the services because of you cut it out to vote them out. Those are same as these officials that's getting in office with a line before the Senate hearings confirmation. Can't give a direct answer, yes or no. So those that approve them, when it comes to knowing that this could ruin America in a way by not being a rule of law, and the Constitution should be voted out. And even to those even to that Cape Cash Patel going after, or Pam Bundy going after whoever Trump wants vengeance from. If they do that, then guess what? The senators in the states that's supposed to be protecting them, when it comes to the Republicans and Democrats not protecting them, vote them out. Yeah, yeah. So start voting early. We got to 2026, y'all. Vote early. A lot of you didn't vote. When you didn't vote, but look, you can't. Like I say, you know, I know that people so morally, because they want Harris in here, and because this is an issue, with certain people's lifestyle. But hear this out though. God is the judge, y'all. God is the judge. He's the only one that's the only judge. God is the judge. And some people disagree with me, but I tell you one thing: when you look at what we let in office when he came to the president, compared to um, who is running me, Harris, you think about the charges and the felonies and all that, the charges and the court cases, the things that's pending. People didn't they look past that, but yeah, he was gonna seek vengeance because he know when he gets out of this one, when he get out of president, he gonna have to face, if the Lord's will, he gonna have to face an opponent, and he knows that then he had to face the courts. So we're being those that are fighting for the people, for being the Constitution, and the Christians. As long as we keep on praying for this nation, praying for the government, praying for this world, as long as we keep on praying, guess what? Prayer changes things, but we got to believe it as Christians. We got to believe it. Yeah, we want to move God. We want to move God to come visit the White House, come visit, touch the hearts and minds of those, to get to know Him. Yeah, we in the last days, y'all. We're in the last days. As Christian, I mean, this is the time when, we're looking at everything what's happening now. Um, we need to pray and come together. You can't change what you don't acknowledge. You cannot change what you don't acknowledge. You can't. You can't change, once again, what you don't acknowledge. So I just wanted to talk about and in the state of Kansas, there's 30,000 federal employees. Okay, there's a cult right now, and the chaos. Yeah, so they know they let him back in Kansas City. I let him back in for what? For him to make your life, when it comes to your stability, your family, your income, working. People will be losing homes. They their jobs. Have to find another job. Farmers will be suffering because of y'all let them back in office, and The tariffs will be going up. The food prices will be going up. Everything's gonna go up. It's gonna be most. It's already expensive right now. Yeah, 3% of employment overall. Mhm. Companies, private companies that do business, internal revenue service, protection. I mean, he's going down the line. Department of Affairs, everything. He's coming down the line, and he's laying people off. Inspector generals. Why you gonna? I thought you had to go through Congress for that. But nah, he didn't go through Congress. Let them inspector generals off. He fired them. You can't do that. I thought that's when the Supreme Court need to be stepping up and all this stuff. I know some of the courts, the district courts, and all those appellate courts, they're stepping up. Good job. But you can't just keep on letting this happen because people are going to suffer. Yeah. I know. People's going to suffer. And I'm not talking to you. I'm just saying this is what we're seeing. So thank you all. I just want to talk about these people that are federal employees and those that are going to be losing their jobs. I feel for you. I pray for you. And you got to let your senator and your congressman know, that, hey, do something about it, or don't expect my vote. Let them know because they're hurting the farmers, food prices, everything. They got billionaires. That's what the accounts of people wanting to. I mean, but we never heard of this before. But then it's not even constitutional. It's unconstitutional. We're not getting going through Congress. People know the law. Read up on it. I guarantee you. Uh, yeah. So there's a freeze going on, slashing jobs. Okay. I just want to give you some, and for those that's talking like it's easy, like, oh, they ain't doing nothing. Doge ain't doing nothing but overseeing the money and taking out wasteful spending and all that. But tell me this though, you ain't gonna get no $5, $6 trillion of waste. It's not gonna happen. It ain't gonna be that much. But yeah, you're cutting people jobs, laying people off, taking when you're assuming on the news when you're seeing the mayors are uh, um, going along quid pro quo, say cases can be dropped. Yeah, it's just a mess right now. And if I, any senator in that state or local mayor, know the rules of law, know the rule of law, know your constitutional rights. Things that's what the law. So you can take it high as the Supreme Court. Yeah, the courts can be full with cases because they need to be because that's what's going to be for the next 4 years. Cases, court cases, people rights, citizens in the United States. People rights as a citizen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's what we need to do. To stand up, call your legislator, call your congressman, call. Hey, you voted them in. They ain't doing a job. Guess what? 2026, y'all. Yeah, because it's coming. It coming fast, and we can make a change. We can make a change. You have to. But what we're seeing what's going on right now, people's livelihoods are in state. The health department, that right there. People's lives can't get vaccines no more. Because they want to cut. Assuming they want to cut the spending in that. In the military, not experienced leader of the military. Never that kind of experience. Only but it's still these people he putting over in office don't have that kind of experience. And it's gonna be a mess when it's all over. And then people gonna have to go in there and straighten things back up under the Constitution. Yeah, the good Republicans are gone. Yeah, the good ones that they'll try. I ain't gonna say. I mean, they were okay, but they did their jobs. They wasn't trying to make a government where it was affecting people's lives. You got the Democrats. One for the Democrats. Who knows? Who knows what way this country would be right now? Who knows? And the judges out there, federal judges, court appellate judges, district judges. Who knows? It just ain't reached the Supreme Court yet. So I embrace fellow workers here that, you know what, call your senator, let them know, hey, stand up. We have, let them know that the voters matter. The voters matter. The people didn't vote shit. It wasn't God that voted Trump in. So the people can vote Trump back out too. And for all the ones, the minorities, our African American brothers and sisters, the ones that, I don't know, they missed something. And now he's affecting y'all too, ain't he? Your job's gonna be cut too. Yeah. And for those that he deporting people that yeah, I thought he's gonna be on your side. You're leaving this country, ain't you? All right, well, thank you. I'll just say that it's true. Thank you for listening to Can't Catch a Break. Please subscribe. Tell us what you think. Have a blessed day.